What is going on, everybody? So today I wanted to share with you an aquarium that I just did recently. It's a brand new customer. I had never been there before, and they have a beautiful Red Sea aquarium that's a year old. And this tank looks amazing for being only 1 year old. Tons of soft corals. He's just dabbling into the LPS now, and some SPS as well. But before we do that, I just started at my house an anemone tank, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on something. Now, it's a simple anemone tank. It's for my son, my 4-year-old son, who loves aquariums as well. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put up a YouTube page for him. He's gonna have his own little tutorial on how to set up a saltwater tank. And so we're gonna do clownfish and anemones, and I have a decision to make. What anemone do you guys like better? So we have the black widow anemone, bright red, gets pretty decent size. Now I've seen these before in customers' aquariums and they are very pretty. So choice A, the black widow, or over here we have a sunburst anemone. So it's got like an orange gold color on it. It's a little guy right now, but I have no doubt if you get him in a proper aquarium, he'll get huge. So those are my two choices. Which one do you guys like better, the black widow or the sunburst? I myself kind of like the sunburst because I never see these in people's aquariums. I've seen the black widows more often. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What do you guys think of this Ganyapora right here? Once this thing is fragged up and going through in quarantine, I definitely want to get a piece of this. I love that bright green body with the purple tips. That thing is beautiful. I have to say, Ganyapora is one of my favorite corals in the hobby. I just love everything about them. We also have this bright red one as well, which I'll get a piece of that. I want to do like a whole Ganyapora garden. That'd be pretty cool. Then we got some torch corals and some frog spawn. That's a wall frog spawn, which is on sale. So if you're in the area, come and pick it up. It's only 120 bucks. So now you can see the decision I have to make and the anemones I had to choose from. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tank back at my house. All right, so here we are at my house. This is the aquarium. Very simple setup. It's only a 10-gallon aquarium. Now, again, this is for my 4-year-old son, so I want to keep everything as simple as possible. And I thought that this would be a really good opportunity to teach him how, the ecosystems of these tanks work. Now, as far as filtration goes, I kept it very basic. We got a hang on the back filter here. I believe this filter is rated for 20 gallons. It's a 10-gallon tank, so we got a little bit of overfiltration here. But what I love about this hang on the back filter is once we get rid of this cartridge, there's plenty of room back here to add like ChemiPure or carbon or GFO or nitrate remover, whatever we may need. There's plenty of room back there, which I really love about this hang on the back filter. Also, I made a very large sand bed. So if you guys take a look at how deep that sand bed is there. Now that's for two reasons. One, to help with filtration, a lot of biodiversity in that sand. Also because we're gonna add some really cool critters to this tank, and they need sand, so I can't wait to share that with you guys when it's ready. Now, as far as the aquascape, this is Carib Sea rock, which I love using, and I let my son scape this, and I think he did a really good job. I got a little cave system there. He liked the little bridge there. He was really proud of that, and there's plenty of surface area for anemones to be here. And we got a couple little points here. Maybe we can throw some zoas or something on there as well. But again, a very simple setup, nothing too crazy. We are going to have to probably add a power head or something like that to this tank to get a little bit more flow. We are getting a good water movement from the hang on the back filter, but it's kind of isolated just to this area. So I want to get a small little power head in the back. We'll cover it with some sponge or whatever, get some flow for the anemones so that they like that. And as far as lighting, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to go with an AI Prime. I also have a Kessel here that I can use too, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But you guys have a good idea of what the tank looks like. I would love to hear some ideas and some opinions. What type of clownfish should we get? What other fish should we put in this tank as well? What other little critters do you think would look well in here? I'm open to any type of suggestions, and keep in mind it's for a 4-year-old, so this has got to be very easy, low maintenance aquarium. So I'll be documenting all the progress that we have on this tank on my son's channel, and I want to see more kids involved in the hobby. I want them to have a love for this hobby, because if you have a love for the hobby, if you have a love for the fish and the coral, then you'll have a love for what's in our oceans, and you'll protect our oceans, because they're in deep trouble right now, guys. Now let's head to the customer's house and check out an already established aquarium that is absolutely stunning. All right, so here we are at the customer's house. Now this is my first time here. This is a relatively new service customer. We only come out here once a month,
to do a water change, and we test here and there, but he's responsible for most of the success of this tank, no doubt about it. And this tank is only a year old, believe it or not. He had an existing aquarium. He switched everything over to this new Red Sea, and it looks like everything is adjusted really, really well in that year time span. It's mostly soft coral, it seems like. We see a big old colony of Paligrandus right there. Some toadstools, some singularas, different leather corals and things like that. Mushroom corals. I love this star polyp, how it's kind of growing like sparse in little areas, but it's not like, it's blocked so it can't completely take over. I love the look of that. But yeah, it looks like it's mostly soft coral, though we do have a torch coral. He says that's a relatively new addition, but that looks really healthy. We have a Galaxia coral right there, which, let's give that plenty of space. You can see the sweeper tentacles out looking to sting anything around it. Then we have a chalice coral right there, and I believe that's an SPS right there. So all the LPS and SPS he just added to this tank, and it seems like they're doing pretty good so far. But the majority of the coral in here is still soft corals. He just added a couple of the other ones to see how they would do, and I think it's going to end up working out for him, because, I mean, this tank looks very well established. We got a little Paslepora right there, a little SPS coral. It looks great. The Monopora cap looks good. More chalice. Some more mushrooms down below. It's a cool little wrasse. But yeah, everything in this tank looks amazing. And again, the star polyp here on the bottom. I like how it's not like, you gotta be careful because you don't want it to spread too quickly. But I think he's got a good balance so far. I love those clove polyps. Again, some more SPS up here, little frags. Another torch coral? And it looks like some type of Monopora cap right there. More leather coral, massive toadstool. Look at this thing. Oh my God, how cool is that with that clownfish swimming through there? That is so cool. Oh my God, I'm so jealous of this aquarium right now. And then we have another clownfish down here on the bottom, and that's an anemone. Wow, he's swimming in that anemone. I wasn't expecting to see that. Now, as far as down below here, look how cool this is. He has a little reservoir down here where he has blue lights, and he's basically trims up that star polyp that we see up top, and he puts little frags of it down here, and then he trades it into the local fish store for credit. He also has some dragon's breath there, a nice handful of that down here, and some different zoas. He's got an utter chaos down there. So this is his little frag area right here, where he takes anything that's overgrowing on the top and he puts it down below here to let it grow, and then he trades it in for some credit, which is pretty cool. And it's like a whole nother tank down here. I mean, he's got damsels in here, he's got clownfish. So he's actually got 2 tanks in one, which I know a lot of people are interested in this and want to do this for their sump area, their refugium area. This is actually a really good idea because he's able to put his frags in there. The other cool thing is he has the roller mat, which these are kind of relatively new to the market, and he says he loves it. I've not really dealt with these before. I dealt with the old school ones that always broke down, but he says the roller mat is working great for him. So I'll have to look into that. I think those are pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, this tank is looking really, really good. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I'm pretty sure I'll be here more often. And even though it's once a month, every month, you know, you'll be able to see all that growth. Look at that chalice coral. Wow. Yeah, in a month, when I'm here every other month, I'll be able to really notice the growth in this coral. And yeah, he's going to have his hands full fragging all this stuff up because all this stuff in here has just been growing fast. So right now, I'm just going to do about 30-40% water change on here, just freshen things up. What is that? What kind of angelfish is that? I can't really make it out. Yeah, he has a couple of angelfish in here. Some different Japanese swallowtails and different reef-safe angelfish that are in here. So he's got a good selection of fish. He's got some different tanks. He's got a Lamarck angel back there. Different wrasse. Not as much fish as I was expecting, unless they're all hiding. A little mystery wrasse over there. But all the fish in here are pintail fairy wrasse. Yeah, he's got some good quality fish in here for sure. Definitely some cool stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here, guys. I just want to share this tank with you because I think it's beautiful, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.